Mideast politics cause a stir at the Dal campus.
An even larger PC.
Nova Scotia politics dominated by a landslide.
And breaking barriers at the Atlantic Bridal Showcase.
It is very important for us every year to have models in that represent every shape, size, ethnicity.
This is The Signal.
The Henry Hicks building at Dalhousie was a center of protest for 2 days.
Dozens of people held a sit-in following the Board of Governors meeting.
They are making a connection between Dalhousie investments and the war in Gaza. A group called Students for the Liberation of Palestine rallied in the Dalhousie Quad. They wrote slogans on the ground with chalk and made large signs, asking Dalhousie to stop investing in companies the group claims fund Israel's war in Gaza. Protesters took the rally inside the Henry Hicks building for Dal's Board of Governors meeting. Divest! We will not stop, we will not rest. Dal's president, Kim Brooks, is on the board. A protester stopped Brooks in the hall and yelled at Brooks as she entered the meeting. Protesters settled down when the meeting began. Some sat with their signs, others wrote letters to the board telling them why they were there.
They're just kind of wasting our time, coming up with different bureaucratic processes to delay actual divestment, and we're fed up. This is not what our school should be investing in.
The protesters say they did research. They believe Dalhousie invests in companies that are working illegally in the West Bank. Journalists were not allowed to record inside the room. The Dalhousie Student Union president is on the Board of Governors. DSU put forward a motion that was not originally on the agenda, asking that Dalhousie divest from companies the student union says are involved with Israel's war in Gaza.
So eventually the motion was added, which is a huge win for sure, especially with a short notice.
The Board of Governors rejected the motion. They did vote to move the motion to the university's investment committee. Board members left the meeting after the vote. Protesters started yelling outside the president's office.
This will be a curse on every single kid or family members of yours!
Protesters then sat down in the hallway of the Hicks building. Students for the Liberation of Palestine camped out here at the Henry Hicks building for 2 days. They have since left. The Signal obtained a memo from Dal's president, Kim Brooks. She said the university welcomes respectful, nonviolent debate, but also has a responsibility to, quote, ensure physical safety and freedom from harassment, discrimination, and intimidation. The Henry Hicks building will be closed until further notice, the statement said. For The Signal, this is Ariel McKenzie.
The Nova Scotia election has come to a close, and it was no contest. The Progressive Conservatives won by a landslide.
And I look forward to continuing to serve you for 4 more years.
I'm joined by reporter Kendra Gannon. Hi, Kendra.
Hi, Allie.
So, what was the kind of energy in the room leading up to Tim Houston's speech?
Yeah, so as the results were kind of rolling in, everybody was very cheerful. They were excited for, seeing the results coming in because he was winning by a lot throughout the night. Like, I feel like every second the crowd was cheering and screaming. And when he did win, the room kind of seemed like they were excited, but a lot of people were almost tearful in a way. Like, they were just very happy that he had won. One person who I interviewed quoted him saying he's the best human being ever. So it was just very energetic in there.
Now, you've reported a bit on this election as it's occurred. As a student journalist, what would you say your overall experience of the election was?
Yeah, you know, it was actually a really great experience. I covered the CBC debate, and I went to Pictou to cover the election for Premier Houston. And it was a great experience, like being able to get in and do those scrums with other, like, you know, professional journalists in the game. Yeah, it was great to see what they do and kind of just like learn from them. And then also hands-on experience, like at the PC Tim Houston's election night. I had to get photos, and you know, at first I was getting pushed around by the photographers, but then you kind of step into your own and figure out that, you know, you can do it too. So I kind of started pushing back a little bit myself.
Well, thank you so much, Kendra.
Thank you.
The NDP came out of the election as the new opposition. Claudia Chender is the first female opposition leader in Nova Scotia's history.
We will continue to fight for homes that people can actually afford. That's worth the applause. For healthcare that you can actually rely on, and for a government that puts you first.
The Liberal Party faced a major defeat. Party leader Zach Churchill lost his riding of Yarmouth, and now his future as leader is in question.
Loss happens, sometimes you lose, you get knocked down, and the most important thing is getting back up and how you get back up.
After the election, here's where each party stands. The Progressive Conservative Party won 43 seats, an increase of 6. The NDP ended the election with 9 seats, increasing by 3. And the Liberals had a stunning defeat, finishing with 2 seats, losing 12. There was also 1 independent.
And finally, here come the brides of every shape and color at the Atlantic Wedding Showcase.
It was held by the Halifax waterfront.
Diversity was the theme of this year's fashion show.
Music, drinks, food. The wedding industry is full of sparkle and glamour, but it often lacks diversity. Stephanie Brown wants this to change, starting with the showcase's headline fashion show.
A lot of wedding vendors in Halifax historically aren't diverse whatsoever. So I decided to bring it in other ways to celebrate everybody, every single culture that's a member of our province.
This is where the models of Solely Model Management come in. The agency strives to diversify the modeling world by hiring models who are Black or from Asia, or who are older than the average model.
It is very important for us every year to have models in that represent every shape, size, ethnicity.
The bridal show featured looks from Tilted East Bridal, Moores, and local designer Kush Massage.
Bridal gowns, they always have they'll have like little pearls or beads or just these different little features and aspects that you want to show off.
Chrissy has been a model for almost 2 years, walking in both Atlantic and New York fashion weeks.
Brides are diverse. Like, you have brides of all different shapes, sizes, gender orientations. So it's good to have a show where there is a little bit of everybody shown, so people can see themselves and be like, so I want to wear this dress. These are the kind of dresses that I want to wear when I get married.
Another model, Warren De Silva, is from Mumbai, India. He said it is rare to see models that look like him, but that working for Solely Productions changed all that.
Or seeing a version of yourself on the runway, or rather being able to be that version of yourself for a younger kid or the next generation is really important, because you not only show people it's possible, you're also like the blueprint. Like for me, I had boys like Arjun and Vishal before me, so they were the blueprint for me, and then hopefully I'm inspiring the next generation of brown birds.
The Atlantic Wedding Showcase is for everybody and anybody that wants to celebrate love.
Thanks for watching The Signal at the University of King's College School of Journalism. I'm Allie Bose.
And I'm Ariel McKenzie. For more stories, follow The Signal on YouTube.
Or go to signalhfx.ca. We'll see you next time.
Bye.